Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, more cruise lines have announced extended shutdowns, but really, there is absolutely no surprise in this announcement. So recently, Norwegian Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean Cruise Line both announced extended shutdowns until August, which means no more sailings in July. Is anyone at all surprised by this? Is anyone in the world surprised by this? The the Canada-Quebec border that was supposed to open up in June has been extended another 30 days. If we can't travel just from one border to the other, what do they expect that they're going to allow people to start jumping on cruise ships and heading all over the world? So yeah, there's absolutely no surprise in this. Also, the CDC still has that 100-day extension of all cruise ports shut down, which means that wasn't going to end until July 24th anyway. So would everybody start scheduling cruises for July 24th? No, they start off a fresh month into August. And that's what Carnival is still hoping to do. However, like I say, we're always still at the mercy of the government and the CDC. They're the ones who will give the clearance. It has nothing to do with the cruise lines. It has nothing to do with you and I. We may want to go on a cruise as soon as possible. The CDC won't let us, and the government won't let us until the CDC clears us. So we'll see what happens with that. Disney World has opened Disney Springs now. We have, Universal Studios opened up their shopping district and restaurant district. Restaurants are starting to open, parks are starting to open, some movie theaters are scheduled to open in August as well. Let's see what happens with the cruise ships if they're going to give them a chance to run limited amounts of ships. Already we know some ports are huge hit. Alaska is expecting 0 cruise line visits this year, which will hurt their economy 70% in some of those towns. 70% drop in economy because no cruise ship visits. That would just devastate a community. Also, on the East Coast here in Canada, right now so far about 50% of the cruise ships have canceled for this year, but they're expecting many, many more to cancel. And quite honestly, they expect many, many more to close and cancel. And some towns like St. John's and Halifax are actually planning for 0 cruise ships visit this year. In Halifax alone, it had a boost to the economy of close to $200 million in revenue and jobs and salaries and taxes just from the money being spent, not the taxes of the port fees, just money being spent in the town. And in a town the size of Halifax, their operational budget for this year was like something like $800 million. So you take $200 million of spending out of the economy, and there you could just see how hard hit a lot of communities are going to be. Now you picture the small towns in Norway that have this, Italy, all the places around the world that have cruise ports, that have a big tourism industry, the Caribbean. It is absolutely hurting their economies to no end, and they don't have the huge economy like United States has or Canada, UK, that they can just spend and give to their, the population, that they can just hand out money and, pay people to stay home. Those people aren't getting any money at all. And so, as hard as we are, it can be even harder in other places. So let's just hope things come around. We're still hoping for August. Fingers crossed. Come on, CDC. Put some guidelines in place. The cruise lines are ready to follow them. They have ideas already out there. As of now, Princess, Carnival, Norwegian, Virgin Cruise, no one's sailing. No one's going anywhere till at least August. At the earliest. Keeping our fingers crossed. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.